Hey there, welcome to Old Man Runner. In today's video, I'm going to review the Craft CTM Ultra Carbon. I'm going to take them on a run around a rainy Dublin. I'm going to put them on the turntable and look at their specifications. Then I'm going to review them and see if I can recommend them. I bought this shoe because I'm running a marathon at the end of the month. Now, I don't need another shoe, but I was kind of unsure about what shoe to run in. So I saw this on the internet and I thought, another carbon fiber shoe. I don't need it, but let's get it and see what it's like. I made a short video of me running around Dublin at the weekend. Usually I try and find attractive parts of Dublin on a sunny day and show the shoe in that sort of flattering light. But with this, I kind of went with a rainy, dreary, black and white theme. I might have overdone it, but anyway, let's have a look at the video and then we'll review the shoe. Okay, let's stick the shoe up on the turntable, have a look at it in its pristineness, and then review its specifications. This shoe is a UK size 12, US size 13, 47 EU, and 31 centimeters. In this size, the right shoe weighs 357 grams or 12.6 ounces, and 361 grams or 12.7 ounces for the left shoe. On their website, Craft say, a new standard in ultra distance running for elite athletes. CTM Ultra Carbon running shoe combines hyper lightweight vault foam, TM, with a tuned carbon plate for the ultimate in efficiency and energy return. It also features a full contact rubber traction outsole that delivers best in class durability and traction. Whether you're training for marathon or competing in extreme distances, this is your shoe. Okay, they talk about their hyper lightweight ultra foam. We'll talk about the weight later on because it is important. But they also talk about, elite athletes and all this kind of stuff. But look, they're selling them to old duffers like me. I mean, if they only relied on elite athletes, they wouldn't sell very many because most elite athletes are on a shoe contract. So, a bit of, BS. So the shoe comes in this nice box. Let's have a look at what it says on the inside lid. Okay. This item is for the few. Tailored to the exacting needs of world champions, it offers tenaciously tight fit, exceptionally lightweight, unmatched aerodynamics, and maximum moisture transport. In this field of competitive ruthlessness, many are called, but only a few have what it takes. We congratulate you for making the cut. Now, I don't know. I've read a lot of BS on these, on websites and in boxes and on shoes. This is the worst I've ever seen. This shoe is not hyper light. It's not even ultra light or exceptionally light. It's heavy. We'll come on to that later. So don't go with the light stuff. And what does maximum moisture transport mean exactly? I mean, who writes this stuff? I mean, a ship with a hole in the bottom will have maximum moisture transport, but won't do it any good. Many are called, but only a few have what it takes. I mean, guys, what it takes is a credit card with a reasonable balance, because these are not cheap shoes. You know, many are called. I despair. Why don't you just say, these are nice shoes, maybe you'd like them in your collection. They're expensive, but you like them. There, I said. The Achilles heel of this shoe is its weight. Craft say this weighs 260 grams in a UK size 8, whereas in fact on a UK size 12, which is this exact shoe, it weighs 360 grams or 100 grams more. That's quite a sizable difference. Hoka say this weighs 250 grams in presumably a size 8, but it weighs 289 in a size 12, which is the same as the Craft shoe. So this has got a 39 gram difference, not 100 grams. So something ain't quite adding up. This shoe is a heavy shoe. It's equivalent in weight to these, my on-running Cloud Novas, that I go basically use them for walking and occasional running. But this would be a heavy shoe. This is a lightweight shoe. This is the New Balance Fuel Cell Elite RC, which I'm thinking of running a marathon in, and I bought the CTM shoe to see if it would be a replacement. This one is 110 grams lighter. That's a substantial difference, and that 110 grams you're carrying over the entire journey of your marathon in each shoe. The shoe has a 40 millimeter stack height, which is the maximum allowable by World Athletics. It's got a 10 millimeter drop, but at that height, it can feel a little, if you're not used to them, and certainly I wasn't in the initial ones, it can feel a little wobbly. And I've seen some top elite athletes fall over on tall stack height shoes. By comparison, the Hoka One Clifton 7, which is a reasonable maximum cushion shoe, has a 29 millimeter stack height. So these are tall by some margin. Craft say this shoe is a UK size 12, which is my size, but it's an EU 47. Now, Brooks have a UK size 12 as an EU 47 and a half, and Hoka One have it as a 47 and a third. So I was slightly nervous that it might come and be a smaller size than I was expecting. But actually, when you stick the old shoe measuring inside, you discover that it's actually the same length inside as this shoe, which is the Carbon X SPE, and this is actually a 12.5 UK. So the sizing's pretty generous, and yeah, true to size, I suppose, in a UK size. The fabric on the top is totally lightweight. It says it's 100% polyester. It seems very like the fabric on my original Carbon X's. There's a sort of rubber piece around the back and a bit of rubber reinforcement. It's a comfortable shoe to put on. There's a sort of double hole at each eyelet that allows you to kind of restrict the movement of the laces. The disadvantage is it can be hard to put on, but once on and you tighten it all up, it locks on and feels very nice around here. It's very roomy here, possibly too roomy in the toe box. There's a little reinforcement here. There's a reinforcement piece going across there. I'll stick a light in them because actually that's probably the best way you can get an idea of some of what's going on. So I'll stick a light in the shoe. So here we are. So there's a light going in it, and you can possibly see this is darker here, this band across of reinforcement. There's a little bit of reinforcement there. This is sort of rubber. It reminds me of the rubber, it smells like the rubber mask I had as a child, but thinner. There's a little bit of padding in here. The tongue is super lightweight. It's a very airy shoe. Now I ran it. It was 2 degrees yesterday. It was fine. It's actually a comfortable upper, and this is not where the weight of the shoe is. This is very lightweight. There's a tiny bit of padding in the heel, but it's a comfortable shoe. The difficulty I have with this shoe is its weight. It is a heavy shoe, as I've mentioned. But there's sort of 5 layers down in here. There's an outsole in rubber. Then there is a midsole, which has a sort of cavity in the middle of it. Then there's a carbon plate. Then there's this liner, which they call a sort of popcorn liner, which is probably, looks like the pox actually. But yeah, it's comfy. I'm never too sure when shoe manufacturers rely on the liner. I'm never too sure about the overall comfort of the shoe. But the shoe, when you put it on, it feels really nice. In terms of its feel, it's very nice up at the top, but walking around, what I usually do when I take that shoe initially. It's very much akin to the Carbon X or Carbon X2. It's firm. It's not as soft as the New Balance runner, but it felt really nice. Feels really nice shoe to put on and get ready to go out. And it's the kind of shoe that you look forward to going out in. Okay. Also, the colour made me excited to go at it. But I was looking forward to going running in shoe. When I first saw this shoe, I was really interested because of the grip. And in wintertime and running in Ireland, I wanted something with a bit of grip for the upcoming marathon. But initially, whether it's a combination of the stack height or virgin rubber, I slipped outside the house just walking. I also fell over when I was out running on the roads. Not on what you'd expect, which would be the road markings, which I avoided scrupulously. More just general running. Whether it was that the second day I ran, which was yesterday, I ran 20 or ran for 2 hours without any problems. I had no slippage issues. So whether or not the greenness of the rubber had worn off or I just got more used to them, I don't know. But initially when you're running these, take a bit of care. I like the look of this shoe, and originally I wanted to go running around the zoo for, I suppose, obvious reasons. But that's beyond my 5K limit. So I was running around and I picked the sort of grittier parts of town to run around in, because this is kind of what it reminded me of. But I like the appearance of the shoe. It is tall, but this color is applied with a spray. So you can see, and the shoes, the left is not a mirror of the right. It's a different pattern. But what you can see in part is it's darker and lighter and it fades a bit. If I was a sneakerhead, I'd probably be disappointed if I was only going to walk in these shoes, because it's very uneven. You can see it on the Craft website, it's the same. When it initially came, I thought, oh, well, I'll look on their website and it'll be perfect. But it's not, it just fades in and out. So it's not particularly well applied, but I quite like it, and I'm not worried because I expect my shoes to get wear and tear. There's a bit of text down the side of the shoe, which basically says Craft Tailored Motion and the model and the polyester and the vault foam. And on this shoe, it says designed and developed in Sweden. Now, on the website, there's a thing there that says run like the pros. Thank God this shoe doesn't say that. Designed and developed in Sweden is pretty okay with me. So I took these on the filming run, which is around Dublin, probably 3 or 4K, and then I ran 2K in them, and then I ran 20K straight in them. And the first thing is they feel really good. I love the feel of them. I put them on. I liked walking around the house. I was really excited about getting out to run in them, and I really enjoyed the running experience, particularly yesterday when I was running for 2 hours without just running around in Dublin generally. But I actually really enjoyed the feel of the shoe. They make a strange noise. So my left shoe was making, it's like a flip-flop slapping sound. And I think it's because there's a cavity inside in the in the sole and some sort of reverb. But I mean, it wasn't an issue. The shoe felt really comfortable. I really enjoyed running it. It pushes forward. When I was running downhill, there wasn't much downhill. Dublin is pretty flat. But when I was running down a downhill section, it really wanted to go. So it's a shoe I really enjoyed running in. This shoe cost me €250, and I paid a bit of extra for express shipping, which I was interested in. In the States, I think it's $249.99, and I couldn't find a price in the UK. At that, it's at the upper end of carbon shoes. It's the same as a Brooks Hyperion Elite. The Brooks Hyperion shoe also has a non-elite version, the Tempo version. That's $150, and this it looks in the United States, it's got a version, Ultra, but not carbon, like that. It comes in pink and a blue, not this camo pattern, Camo Dazzle, I think this is called. But when you look at the shoe, the non-carbon one on the United States website, it looks almost identical. It looks like it's got if you look at the Brooks Hyperion Tempo and the Hyperion Elite, they look like different shoes, same colors and probably same materials, but they look like different shoes. These look like almost exactly the same shoe, with a little bit of difference around the laces, and the substantial one being the color. But I mean, come on, Sweden, blue for men and pink for women. I mean, I don't know. So would I recommend that you buy this shoe? No, it's too heavy by about 100 grams in the shoe. And it's too expensive by 30 or 40 bucks. So I wouldn't recommend that you buy this shoe. It feels and looks like a first generation prototype, which is what it is. And I suspect they'll get it much better in the second version. The paint scheme will probably be toned down, probably better applied. They need to seriously tackle the weight. But I like running in the shoe. It feels great. It didn't beat me up over the 2 hours. I like the traction. I kind of like running in around Dublin in the sort of distressed ninja zebra look. Yeah, I kind of liked it. Usually I run around in very colorful stuff. So yeah, for the middle of winter, I actually like running this shoe, but I don't think I'm going to pick it for a marathon. It's just 100 grams on each foot, every stride. Nah. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. There will be links in the description below. And of course, if you've got any comments, I'll happily answer them. A subscribe button will pop up there and some related videos will pop up there. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, just keep running along.